What's up, guys? My name's Dean, or as most of you know me, Twisty, and it's grand final day tomorrow. Oh my god, get excited. Grand final week has been awesome so far. Danger won the Brownlow, and like tons of people rocked up to the Dogs training yesterday. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. MCG on Saturday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be off the absolute chain. I don't even know how crazy it's going to be. Dennis Cometti in his final match ever. Oh my god. It's Dogs and it's the Swans and I don't even know. Anyway, we're going to let the game play out and obviously make a judgment on what the game thinks is going to happen. I think Sydney's higher rated, but never know. Anything could happen. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. And I think it's going to be an outstanding game. I mean, the last two times these sides have met, both were in Sydney, and the Dogs won both by 4 points. I mean, so when people say Sydney are heavy favourites to win this game, they couldn't be farther from the truth, because the Swans haven't beaten the Dogs the last couple of times they've played them. And if you look at form, yes, the Swans won against the Cats pretty convincingly, and they beat the Crows pretty convincingly, but they lost in the first week of the finals. They weren't ready for the finals in that first week. The Dogs, they haven't lost a game in the finals. They've won all three. They've won 2 on the road, 1 in Perth, 1 in Sydney, and 1 against Hawthorn on the MCG, which no one has been able to do ever. Oh, well, I don't know, not ever, but like in the past 3 seasons, no one has beaten Hawthorn on the MCG in the finals. Until now. This side did it. The Dogs. So if you think for a moment that this is an easy win for the Swans, you are mistaken. Tom Boyd, outstanding last week. That's a shocking kick. Get off the field. It's going to be the best grand final we've had in at least 4 seasons. What was the other one? What was 2012? 2012 was pretty good. 10-point win to the Swans. With the Malcheski goal, that's right. That was the last real close one. Fremantle, yeah, that is deliberate. Damn straight. That should have been that was so easy. I was going to say, like, the 2013 grand final was probably it was the closest one in recent history. 15-point Hawthorn win over Freo. Really butchered their chances, but it was sort of a 3-goal lead all day. So it was really, it wasn't ever as close as it could have been. Whereas 2012 was just neck and neck all day. It was, 4 points until the last minute, pretty much. So I'm hoping this is going to be like that, this grand final. Or the Dogs absolutely smash them. That's the other one. I just want the Dogs to win. Apologies any Sydney supporters out there, but I'll be going for the Dogs, as will everyone else in the house that I'm going to be in on grand final day. It's going to be nuts. The Swans and the Dogs, it's just all Bulldog support from a lot of people. And I think it's well deserved. What this club's been able to do this season, I mean, people say, oh, they've pushed through injuries and things like that. But yes, they have pushed through injuries and things like that. Let's take a look at them head to head over the season. For the ladder, obviously Sydney finished first. The Dogs finished 7th. And they're in the grand final. First time ever. First time a team outside the top 4 has been in the grand final. Now, I know you guys are going to say Adelaide in 95 won the premiership, whatever. It was a different final system then. Adelaide, it was first versus 8th, second v 7, third v 6, 4 v 5. Adelaide were 5th. They lost to 4th in the first week of the finals, but they had a double chance. That is the big difference here. The Dogs did not have a double chance. They have won week after week after week. Alright? So, first time since 2000 was when that new final system was introduced, where the top 4 was a thing, alright? So, bear in mind, this is where this is what I'm saying. Under this new final system, it's the first time it's ever happened. It's been about 6 teams that have made the prelim. None of them have made the final. Alright? Next. The Swans. They're number 2 for disposals. The Dogs number 1. So both sides win a lot of the ball. Pretty much. Clearances, 2nd v 3rd. The Swans have the edge there. And inside 50s, the Swans are the number 1 inside 50 team in the comp with the Dogs number 5. But the Dogs' defense has been so damn good. It doesn't matter how many times they go inside 50. They're very efficient with it. Come on, be efficient with it. Rough head and kick the goal. But yeah, it's going to be just crazy. If I take a look at the ladder and we see how the Bulldogs have managed to do this with their injuries. And, I mean, yes, Sydney debuted a lot of players. But. Here's the big one. If I can bloody work this one out, how to use it. In terms of players used, right, in the competition, Sydney used 34 players, which is, you know, a fair amount of players. Inside the top 8, no one except for Hawthorn used more than 36 players. The Dogs used 39 players. So that's 3 more players than any other side inside that top 8 that they had to use because of their injuries. Dunkley gets a goal right on quarter time there. And then you've got, outside of the 8, only how many teams have used 39 or more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 clubs, plus the Dogs in the competition, have used that many players. They have done an outstanding job to be where they are at this stage in the season. And the only real gripe against them is maybe, just maybe, they might not be able to score enough because, you know, they only had a percentage of about 115 or whatever. But let me tell you this. In this finals series, alright, in this final series, the Dogs have scored like an average of 100 points. 99 week 1, 107 week 2, and then 89 in week 3. The Dogs have been super high scoring in this finals when they needed to be. The Swans, yeah, they've been about there as well. 97 last week, 118 against the Crows the week before, and only 55 in that first week of the finals. So we know that you can shut them down in these big games. The Dogs, they've destroyed people. You know, they beat Hawthorn by 4 goals. I mean, they're in that top left bracket of points for and against the Dogs in this final series. They are, in my opinion, the team to beat. But I just want them to win. That's all I want. And I'm hoping it's going to be a ripping game. I think it will be. It's going to be built up a lot as a huge deal, because it is a huge deal. The Bulldogs haven't been to grand final for 55 years, and I think they've only played in one ever, yeah, and they won it. So who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? It's going to be crazy. Let me know what you guys are doing on grand final day as well. I'm out with mates. I've been doing it for about 4 consecutive years now with the guys. The grand final day number 4 with our friends, and we've got some drinking games, and we play a bit of footy, half-time, post-match, and the celebrations of the day go well on into the night. So we're hoping the Dogs can get over the line. Every single person in that household will be backing the Dogs to win the grand final. I just think it's awesome. It's a great day, grand final day. That's deliberate, mate. Come on. And it really just allows you to hang out with people and, you know, enjoy the day. And it takes up the entire damn day, which is great too. Because I remember, like, even when I was younger, like, I would be planted in front of the TV, watching grand finals, plenty of Coke cans in hand. Now it's the beers, but, you know, it's a lot of fun. You do enjoy it, and as long as the game is awesome, nothing else really matters, and you're with you're with good company and things like that, and even just watching with family in the years has always been good. But I'm a little more worried this year, because this year I've actually got a team that I care about, that I want to win. Because in past years, I really haven't given a stuff what happens on grand final day, because none of the teams I've cared about. So it puts more pressure on me this season because I'd get nervous now. I'll get nervous. Like if Richmond were playing, hell yeah, I'd be bloody nervous. But it's the Dogs, so I'm nervous as well because I love the Dogs. But I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be an awesome grand final. It was like 20,000 people rocked up to the Dogs training today. I don't know if it was that many, but it totally looked like that many. It's gonna be a huge match, and I can't wait to see how it all turns out. This is Boyd in the ground level kick, like, oh, beautiful. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you guys do on grand final day. I'm gonna let this one play out for the remainder of the match. There's not really too much else I need to talk about. I'm at the EB Games Expo today, so this video is being recorded yesterday. So I'm at the EB Games Expo right now in Sydney. I'll be flying back to Melbourne tonight in preparation for grand final day tomorrow. So it's been a big day for me. If you have been following that on Twitter, then good on you. And that's generally where you can find out what I've been doing for the day. Link for all of that stuff's in the description below, guys. But yeah, who do you want to win in the grand final? Let me know in the comments below what you're doing on grand final. Let me know that. What are the things people normally ask for? What is it? First goal, Norm Smith. What's the other one? Hang on, I've got him. Got it. All right. First goal, Norm Smith, the margin, and yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what I want. First goal, Norm Smith, and who's gonna win, and by how much. So let me know that in the comments below. And wow, this is gonna be an awesome grand final. I hope it's an awesome grand final. I mean, I've lived in the era where I watched, you know, Sydney Freo. No, not Sydney Freo. Sydney West Coast was a great rivalry. Brisbane Collingwood in 2002 and 3, and then Brisbane going for 4 in a row in 04. That was a great grand final as well. Both Sydney West Coast, the sequel as good as the original, as Hutto said, but not as good as the original. The original was better. And then, like, who was that? Then it was like Hawthorn, Geelong. Then it started to get kind of crappy. 9 and 10 were pretty good. Geelong won 09 by what, 2 goals? And then 10 was a draw. 2011, Geelong beat Collingwood. Huge upset win in that one. And then 2012 was Sydney, and then we got Hawthorn. So, been a pretty dominant sort of period for Sydney, Geelong, Hawthorn, the big three as they're called amongst most people. And the Dogs, what are they doing? They haven't taken their chances here. What's this? 4-5-23. 4-5-29, sorry, to 6 straight. But I'll tell you what, they're taking chances at the moment. They are, or at least they're creating chances. Is something that they're doing. That is a poor kick. Oh! Tory Dixon can line up and surely won't miss this one. To get it back within 1 point. Come on, mate. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to let the game play out, and we'll see who it thinks is going to win the grand final tomorrow. So Libba has the ball on the wing here for the Dogs. They trail by just 2 points. He's like, what the hell? That's a good kick. Fantastic to Lin Jong. The Dogs move it quickly. So move it quickly. That's a good kick, though. Finds Zane Cordy. I believe he'll be playing as well. On grand final day goes long to Dixon. Didn't quite get it. The ball at the drop of the footy. Handball picked up. Boyd in the goal square on his own. And is that Buddy at full back? Well, what's he doing? I'm confused. Anyway, it's a goal to the Dogs. And they lead by 4 points. The magical number. Roughhead and Naismith. Roughhead tapped down to Liberatore. Picked up by Pickin. Now Roughhead gets it again. Goes on the right foot. Long to the goals. He's got Boyd again. Tommy Boyd can line up for goal number 3. Give the Dogs a 10-point lead in this third term. He nails it. The final quarter underway in this grand final. Roughhead out of there goes towards Dunkley, who picks it up. Might have been Picking, actually. Ball goes forward. Roughhead and Naismith in a chase. Roughhead gets a tackle on Boyd's handball. Was kicked something out of bounds. We're going to throw in. Inside the Dogs, forward 50 now. Roughhead got a little clearing kick, and he got a free kick, I think. Or it was Liberatore Can line up 35 out, 40-degree angle, and give the Dogs a 15-point lead in this final term. 18 points with 11 minutes to play in this grand final. Ball kicked in from the Swans. Going to be picked up by a Liberatore or Cordy. Cordy shot at goal. He's got it. The Dogs with a 4-goal lead in the final term with 10 minutes to play. Oh boy, wowee. I tell you what, if this happens on the weekend, which is very similar to the way they beat the Giants, is that they piled on a lot of goals in the second half and sort of late there to get them back in it. Lin Jong on Lance Franklin gets the fist away. It's going to be awesome if the Dogs win like this. Boyd to Dalhouse. Kick out there. Who's it going to get it? Come on, Easton Woods there. Caleb Daniel, Lin Jong. They're all in the pack here. Buddy picks it up, kicks towards goal. Richards gets it and snaps one. The Swans with a small opportunity here. Back to 18 points. Back in the middle now. Boyd's moved into the ruck. He played a lot of the ruck last week and he was superb in there. Ball gets McVeigh out wide, going look for Parker. Almost got him. Tippett's there. Tackle out wide. This could be a boundary throw in. Parker picks it up and they will get a throw in. Deep in the Swans forward. 55 minutes on the clock. They need 3 goals to win this one. Tap down from Daniel to Dunkley to Dalhouse to Liberatore. The handball game working for the Dogs. Hunter towards Lin Jong. He can go long or just settle some time off the clock. Long towards Dixon, who's not going to get a Lear with the spoil. Not playing in the grand final, remember that. Heaney gets tackled by Picken. Naismith and Boyd in a run at this one. Boyd puts the tackle on. Picked up by Picken. Goes inboard looking for someone. Morris got it out of there with a handball. Wood's going to pick this one up. There's 1 minute remaining. The Dogs are going to win this grand final in game. Will the game predict correctly that the Dogs will win the grand final? It's an 18-point margin here. Oh my goodness. It is game over. The Dogs. I hope they win tomorrow. I really do. I really, really do. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen in the comments below. And until next time, I'll see you all later.